Let's see if everything is working. Yes, seems to be working fine. Sound a bit too loud. Hold on, I have to... That is better. Hello Blender folks, welcome and welcome back. I'm epistemic-gnomes and I was making... Hold on. Sorry, I'm back here. So I was making some retakes on this rig, facial rig for facial expressions, and this time on this 5th attempt I think I'll be able to finally get this challenge. Not exactly a challenge, it's part of the tests I'm making for this facial rig. I have some random 3D cartoon character expressions and I'm focusing on the eyes expressions. I want to make sure I am able to make this character here of mine to have all sorts of eyes expressions as those pictures there, those imagery, that imagery, and so not very extensive, just a few. I could have way more. Unfortunately, I don't have a mouth rig yet or other facial rig things, so we'll just focus on the eyes for now. Recently I have been retaking everything here for better working systems, and I was able to make lots of fixes, things that I don't have on any tutorial yet. Although the idea of this whole rig I have in the video description. Is a very long tutorial. There are some fundamentals. I don't recommend to watch it. Just the step by step, which is very long. There are like 20, no, less than 20, but about 20 videos with 15 minutes each, sort of. Very long tutorial, but very detailed, right, with very complete stuff. Not very often we get very complete tutorials, like for anyone that is new to Blender to be able to attempt and learn something from advanced rigging, right? Okay, so here, according to according to what I was working here, the next step that I'm nearly completing these retakes, right? Not only retakes, but improvements as well. And so one thing that I wanted to do is to get a new bendy bone here to spread out the deforms of the caused by wave painting. So there's this top eyelid. I think it has too much waves all along the eyelid's mesh, which is behind. We don't see it right now, but we'll see that later. And this makes some limitations on certain aspects of this rig. So what I'm gonna do, we're gonna make some changes here. I'm going to hide some mesh here. More likely, I mean the eyelashes mesh for this work, and also in the interior there is also, yes, so this is eyelids border. Okay, so seam. Why it's not working? Now it works. Alright, and then here and here, then let's hide that. Now we should be able to, oh, not yet, I need to use a mask here, mask modifiers to... Alright, so from this, why does this... hold on. I reset. Why this keeps getting at that position? This is not normal. Something weird happening here. Like, why is this? Maybe it's a bone constraint. It's like, okay, I reset. Then it de-reset itself. It's not a bone constraint thing. This is incredible weird, folks. Oh, there's a stupid keyframes. I haven't seen. Now it should be okay, right? Yes. So I don't know how these keyframes were deleted, but alright, so here we have lots of motion here, and there are some expressions here that I believe if I have some better distribution of waves in this region, because of the shape of the eye, which is not symmetrical, very symmetrical, it has some twisting here, some tilt diagonally, so because of the character design, I assume it's already very good if you check for the way the eyelids are deforming. Yes, then there are a lot of shapes possible already. Some portions might be a bit harder to achieve. The bendy bones, you don't need to be watching them, but it's good to have an idea what they're doing. So of course I dislike the fact that the mesh doesn't follow closely the bone, right? The bendy bones, but the waves, they are maxed, so there is just as it is. I don't think there should be ways to improve that, but it's not necessary. As long as we can pose the bone and make the shape be what we want, that's good enough. That pointy thing here is because of the eyelash, which is invisible, so it's not really a problem. It's the eyelash, the top eyelash continues from that connection there. So this is not an issue actually. It can be, but it's probably not the case. Here, okay, so let's make this separation. I'll have to adapt here. So there's already starting with some snapping thing. Include non-edited. Also, let's go back on some selections here. I want to hide everything for the mesh except for, wait, probably, okay, so let's first keep that, then again let's do these selections. Here and here. Alright, then we hide this and we can start working on that thing. So this will mean that we'll have to reposition some bones. The strategy that I'm using here is to snap these. Actually, let's use the medium point. Let's push this thing up somewhere like here. I guess this should be fine. There's a subdivision there, so maybe that might be useful. Here we can also bring this slightly more to that position, and the other we keep untouched because apparently it's working fine. Let's rotate this a little more. This could remain at this spot. Let's make some. Yeah, they seem to be too on the edge. Let's just reposition them. Just make some adjustments there. Alright. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to extrude a bone from this. And this will be a bendy bone that will be snapping there, and also for its head. No, its head, where it is, this head. I think yeah, let's clear parent for now. And yeah, here it is. So let's use instead snap to vertex, but now not include, so I just want to snap it here. Alright, okay, let's change it back to face project. Then I want this bendy bone size to match these ones. Are they? Yes, they have these same values here, so let's just do that. How many segments? This is a lateral one, so well, this will be the reference, but this is for the outer structure, the orbicularis oculi muscles, this fleshy area of muscles around the eye holes, right? So let's give something like 5 or 4. I don't think it requires, this is more a structural thing. And also let's pick, so this has a starter handler, so this will be the end handler for this. It is on absolute, so let's copy that. Absolute, no, it's not work, let's do it manually. And this is the starting one, this one, let's copy here, and then let's put it here. There's not any of those features there marked, so this is an old rig. I don't think this any are required. It's working pretty well already, but since we are at that, oh, this is incorrect. The top bot. Okay, no, it's right. It's just that one is bot, the starting one, and the end one is top. So okay, I was used with another thing. They have like, because this is not they're top and bottom. They are not like a looping thing. It's a C-shaped thing. I'm not creating something there, so no loop there for this one, there's sequence, but here it will be have some sort of continuation, even though the namings are not correct. So this will be, well, let's leave it like that. It will be a number 4, bendy bone. Makes no sense. Let's leave it at 3 then. No? Hold on, I don't understand what's... Oh, it's named as after a control eyelid. That's not what I want. So it will be sort of a... So the bendy bone, not the control bone. So that will be like 0, 0, 0. Okay, just for the sake of organization. After I can decide if I change everything here. There's a problem though here, is that, yeah, not a big problem. The problem here is that this bone is facing towards that direction. This means that I don't have a structure for that. I haven't thought about this. Those bones go outwards, these bones go outward. This loop is impossible currently, so it's like I need another control bone like this one, but facing the other direction. I could invert the direction of all that, but this will be costly. It would create some trouble, but have a backup, so let's do this. It'll require us to invert this bone and this bone. Yeah, invert the directions. Yeah, let's start from here and then continue. All right. Okay, so this means this will wreak havoc some stuff. Switch direction. All right. At least they keep in place, right? So here what we're gonna do is that the first thing we need to change this. I'd like to change the names also. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, so B-bone handler, let's simplify. Yeah, those namings are old. So control 01. Bones, set name, new. This already exists, but then this becomes 002, 006 are wrong. All wrong, so let's. So this is. There's already a 003 somewhere. This is going crazy, I think. Maybe I'm confusing the deformed bones, or maybe it's about the other side. Yeah, this is killing the symmetry also. Okay. Okay, so this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. 3 is taken. Really don't understand. Do I have something named there anywhere? It's likely I have something. It's not this. It's not this. These have completely different namings. It looks like they are duplicate. These. Oh, I see. Yeah. It's they lost somehow. These lost the right. Yeah, it's a complete mess. I'll have to fix those things anyway. So let's fix this. I don't even know how this actually happened, but we need now to. Okay, so 001, 002, 003, 004, 005, and 007. Then they won't symmetrize. We'll have to do that manually. Also, this is pretty annoying. But first, let's make sure that the deaf bones go in the proper position. So this we move to, I think, that layer, and this also move to that layer. That's it. Let's see. Yes, okay, so deformed bones are there. What's happening here? Alright. Now, 4, there's no number 4. Yeah, so little mistake here. And then for these ones, Yeah, we can rename everything here after. Doesn't. So let's use a control here near, and except that we'll do this. Okay, this is 006, so no. There's perhaps a way to, if I keep doing that, they'll flip names, but this probably won't be enough to get exactly what we want. Okay, so this is now 001, let's give this 000. This now becomes whatever, 0011. This 002, it can't, so hold on. Okay, apparently there's a 002 right on the wrong side. Yeah, this one should be left 003. Alright, then we get here right 002. This becomes right 003, 004, 005, 006, and 005. All right. 006. No, apparently this one. Yeah, totally messy. But eventually we get this right. Right. Now for the bendy bones, you only require. Okay, so let's see how are their names. Right. Okay, so they have proper right names. We're gonna give them something like death, head, eyelid, B-bone, left 001. So 01, 05, 09, 07, 03. And you see it is somewhat smart. It started to pick on the ones on the other side, even though I didn't selected them. Yeah, I didn't select them. Anyways, let's try some different approach. I've had B-bone left 1. This is a completely new name. And then here 02, 03, 04, and 05. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the problem is the adaptation of the other side, so maybe I'll just do manually this. Become 3, become 4. Okay, it automates the naming. Okay, not bad. Now we can start symmetrizing if required, but we need to address these features here. These got disrupted. Let's fix this thing here. Actually, they are just, yeah, those are strange namings here. This doesn't even exist anymore. 009. Oh, maybe it exists. This is 007 here. This is 4. the 4 on the right. Something is named 4. Really annoying stuff. This one. So left 005. It's crossed, right? It's as we rename some, it used the other ones to cross name. Very strange behavior. That's why this was messed up. Okay, now it seems fine. But this is a strange target. Let's delete that for now. Let's use now this target. So, oh, here, this is the right. Alright, so it was an existing target, but now this is the beginner, the starting one. Absolute, we could use tangent just for adapting to the new model. Here we do this, but for the 2. We can keep this thing, even though I don't know if that helps. Okay, tangent. We'll have to update some stuff here. I just want to make sure those things will be snapping, so re-snap just in case. No, I just want this thing. Oh, it's parented. Okay, so I'm gonna parent offset. Yeah, so this parent here, this parent here, this parent offset here, this parent offset here. Okay, this is already parent offset, this one too. Okay, that's it. Those bones, however, I just hope they have proper parenting. Yes, this bone has no parenting. Relations. Def head eye. This bone is parented to this. Incorrect parenting. They should be parented to the head in principle, so yeah. Parent to the head, parent to the head. Parent connected. Where the hell did it came from? Okay. Parent of this one not. Oh, I see. This is different. This is just like this, but for bot. Okay, it's a special case. This parent to the head. This parented here to the head. That should be it. What's happening there? Of course, should be okay that it gets like crazy like that, because I'm transforming the bones yet on edit mode. Okay, let's continue. This one is already set. We'll have then to adjust the pose stuff, the length of its stretch to bone constraint. Here, let's already pick this and make the proper targets. Let's do that, and then tangent. Didn't accept the target. And maybe I'm using the wrong name for target. Okay. Alright, fine, this kind of work. The role of this bone, I'm a little concerned. What is the pattern here? Maybe they got slightly disoriented. So currently the z-axis. Yeah, not touching that yet. we'll see that later. Maybe it's not even required. So here, all right, matching. Then let's copy this thing. Now for this one, okay, here, and then do all that. I could do this for all of them, perhaps in a sequence, right? Okay, then for this one, 04 and 05 and 5. Okay, these are untouched, so let's just keep. Let's just do that and see if that applies to both. Yes, apply to both. Okay, now I can save here. Maybe I can symmetrize these bones since they were yeah, symmetrized. So all these adjustments they are replicated. Now let's just ensure that this snapping is correct. In principle it should be. It's just me that I want to guarantee nothing goes wrong here, but this step is probably not necessary. Alright, let's this step doesn't require symmetrizing. It's not settings like this. And okay, let's reset. Of course, now everything is wrong because of the okay, so to solve this thing, this madness, we need to first, I would like actually to let's hide the other side first. Let's just select these bones and hope. Alright, so we pick all these bones here. Let's turn off all their bone constraints if we can. Maybe we won't be able to do this in a single attempt because they have different bone constraints. Alright, so these two, oh, this one. Alright, this is okay. Last one, okay. All bone constraints for the controller bones are disabled. Then now we can reset these original lengths. Apparently it's not really working. Maybe I should start from... Oh, I need to perhaps reset position? No. Okay, what's going on here? Now, a reason to be confused. Let's pick all these bendy bones here. And let's... Oh, the targets, of course. The targets, we need to change the targets. So for example, the starting one, we need to target this one. Alright, so change targets apparently, then reset. Here, change the target and reset. Here, 3, 4, 5. Okay, it's this one. Change the target and reset. Change the target and reset. No, reset here. Change the target and reset. There we go. Then from this standpoint we can already replace those bone constraints. Something probably missing here. Okay, those are fine. Something wrong about that last one. Not sure what it is. This bendy bone seems... maybe it's parenting. Not sure now. Maybe its bone constraint is not adequate anymore. This dumped track. Oh, this dumped track. It because I glued now, I made the connection. Maybe this is not. Yeah, this is not what we need. But how would that work now? Curious. Okay, let's see. What's happening there? It looks like looks like some wave paint is completely wrong. The vertex groups wow, yeah, this is crazy. We have to reassess the vertex groups. I wasn't expecting something like that. This is okay. I hope I hope this worked, because if it's not, I'll have to trash all that extra work. Although this renaming were particularly good. So one advantage here. Yeah, maybe there are some bone constraints here which are not adequate anymore. I should revise. Oh, this dumped track also. Perhaps now it's unrequired. Yeah, because here is a different system. Why is this working like that? What? Don't remember what's that. Okay, I remember now. This is because of the main controller. So this is not relevant here. But does it affect its posing? No, it's not. Alright, so let's assess the... It looks like the change of the names have made them vertex groups completely... Yeah, they receive name left and right. It is completely wrong. So what in this kind of situation, what we need to do is to find out the because they still exist, the vertex groups, they still exist. They are just applied to the wrong bones. So we need to find these things, and it might be quite complicated because the mesh is collapsed, but we'll try to make any pose here so that we see the bones. Okay, this is the top one. Okay, so this is taking... Let's first find this mesh here. Which bone contains that mesh? That one. Okay, so this vertex group should be actually the one containing the 0,5. There we go. And while this one, what would that be? Did I just killed some vertex group? No, it's okay, this is the inner bottom inner, so this will be hard to see now. Let's reset. Okay, this is right, this is not right. this is not right. Okay, it's normal that one has nothing, it's that one exactly. This has nothing. This, did I just lose one? Yeah, maybe I, oh, it's here. No. Okay, so this becomes 0, 2. So this will give some, this becomes 0, 2. Alright, so this seems to be working here and here. Although the wave seems to have been transformed. There are more, there are heavier waves on the edge. Anyway, so here nothing. I believe I've lost some to the wrong side, right? Yeah, so this was the thing, the one I thought I have lost. I didn't. I will change this to 4, I guess. 4 already exists, so let's call it something else like X now. So this is goes to 4 to the left side, and of course the right side has disappeared, but we can easily fix that if we, but let's fix the sides later. This is not a problem, we'll automate that. So okay, correct, and we can, yeah, can just delete these ones. They'll be recreated automatically. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, the 3 doesn't exist, so let's create it right now. And let's create for the other side, we'll need the other bones. Of course, let's symmetrize, right? Something, forgot that one. Alright, no need that one. Symmetrized. Then we reset pose, not working. This is happening because some of these control bones, they have the shrink wrap, and we need to make some inversion, so that's fine. -X, there we go. Still some wrong thing happening. Maybe I just need to mask the left side. Okay, so that's not enough. Something still. Okay, of course, the wave painting. Okay, now that everything is visible, let's just fix the wave painting. It's just like that. Pick a bone, click anywhere, and last one here. So now the vertex groups are properly set. They are just deorganized. So let's sort by name. Now it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 left, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right. Okay, perfect. Let's see now for that particular deformed system that we are attempting. There's some weird stuff happening on the bendy bones. Okay, so those waves are not fixed yet, but my intention was that with an extra bone here I could have a better way to shape the eyelids expressions here. So for example, I could push this up and do something more, yeah, and apparently this helps, even though the waves are incorrect. Yeah, so it was not, my intuition was somewhat correct, even though that required us to create more bones. That was a new invert, and it was all annoying, but at least it got a new, some new reorganization, update of the bone, so not a complete waste of time. Actually, alright, so I'm doing this now because I want to assess the wave painting, right? I want this mesh to be showing. Then I can decide later if you want to complete this loop. I'm doing this C shape only because I wanted to improve these deforms on this character design, right? It's not really necessary, but for this character design I found out that it was might be relevant. I was having difficulty assessing that pose, producing some eyelids pose, so that's why in that particular region. So that's why I decided to make this risky attempt in terms of time. So now let's, okay, I need to make a selection, but only regarding eyelids mesh, which is here, and some mesh disappeared, so actually, okay, so I need actually to hide not the vertices but the faces. Yeah, that's it. Hide faces, not mesh, not vertices. So this is the layer that not the layer, this is the, okay, I'm seeing all the, let's also hide, just keep this, and let's make this as the selection on edit mode. This seam here, seamed, what's happening? Okay, it's not collaborating this L, okay, finally. Alright, so this is, there are two protections here for wave painting. One, the first protection is the fact that the mesh is hidden. The other, this protects the mesh from wave painting, and the other protection is this selection on edit mode. Then we go back on wave paint mode, and then we select whatever bone, for example this one, and then we start using some paint mask or vertex selection wave paint masking tools options. So screencast, alright, then I have shortcut for this, so I think I'll be using paint mask. So let's see what we can do from here. Should be relatively quick. Oh, actually no, let's use vertex. Why? Because I need to watch out for these particular ones on the edge. They are very problematic. So maybe I want more waves there now. Let's see what you can do. What if I wave this a lot? Yeah, let's do that. Let's see what happens. And of course, probably I would like to blur. And since I am here doing this, I also want to make sure I want to make sure I fix. Okay, so I think the eyelash, the top eyelash starts from here, so maybe this should have heavy waves. Okay, so this should be okay. Let's start to blur more here and add a bit more waves here. Okay, maximum waves on this part. Here though we probably don't need this heavy weight here. This will be a bad idea. Need something smoother, but it can go over there, yes, provided it keeps smooth. And then for the exterior, probably we want this solid reduction here on the outer edge. Yeah, we want this reduction because this is pulling the face mesh into the, yeah, so this should be okay, provided we make some slight blurring. I think this should be fine. Then here too, blur that thing. All right, let's consider that bone locked, I mean complete. The result here is not ideal because we need to be able to see the eyelash, otherwise some artifacts may appear here because of how the discontinued mesh would operate as the eyelash and other mesh are hidden. This caused the mesh to appear a bit strange, and also not seeing the skin color, so this is not ideal for visualizing how it looks like in reality. Where's the middle one? I'm a bit confused. Okay, so this is the bottom one. This is the okay, let's reset this thing. It's better. Okay, so here we have some posable things here. This apparently seems fine. And we want to check some expression. Oh, checking some things here. Let's see here, and of course that bone here, not this one, I mean the bendy bone that is in between them, this one still does not have wave painting, so we're gonna see what we can do. So here and here, let's pick here and let's use our layer. And now the biggest challenge, why we are here. So we're gonna wave paint those things. Yeah, let's give some waves here. Not sure about these ones. Give massive waves to this vertex here, although it's not working. Here seems to be wrong, so let's. Actually, it's not. It's just don't understand what's happening. Okay, so this blend wave seems bad. Let's do this pattern here, and this is because of the, oh, I see, this should be the bottom eyelash, so this is actually, maybe you should take off these waves here, and this might be already the domain of the bottom. Not sure, but let's at least give some. Yeah, now it's difficult to visualize exactly. Maybe I need, because I've created this extra deformed bone, then the bone, maybe it would be adequate to create another subdivision. Now I don't have. Yeah, they're struggling there with. Maybe I should hide this thing and this thing. Yeah, much better now. But then there is some wave painting there, which is probably not what we want. The problem is that I don't have protector for each portion of the eyelid. Actually, I have something like that, but it's not good enough. So now I have a middle eyelid. Let's blur here. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's plausible. Okay, and for this part, I'm not sure. But let's keep that idea, right? Take off waves from there and blur. And here, yeah, here's the part where there should be the... Okay, let's blur this more and... No, not sure about that. Okay, so let's see now. Even gonna look at the... In this case here. Let's see what happens. Okay, so you see that this bendy bone already is doing a lot of work there. And this actually needs to be a continuation. Yeah, there's too much. Otherwise this needs to be always posed in some very specific way. This roundness is cool, it's smooth. Here nothing really changed, but it's behaving. This one for some reason has always some difficulty in posing, but it's not critical. It's all right. I have to investigate this limitation pose. This bone here, how many segments does it have? 4. Let's give it 6, maybe it's better. So this has 8. Let's give 8 for this one. This has 6. This has 6. Let's give 8 to them. Maybe it improves their mobility. I have to reassess some of the... Maybe that's too much for that one. Now let's keep like that. Reduce here, I don't see necessary the requirement of this. Let's reduce to 4. Yeah, this really... No, but then... Let's see. This barely changed anything, so... No, let's keep it 4. Also to differentiate it. Let's see now. No. Really doesn't affect much. So it's more about the wave painting. Have a continuation there, so it can have shared weight with that one. Let's see about that expression that we are looking for. Oh, hold on, this is confusing right now. Okay, let's put that down. Let's bring it here, then this bring down. Let's rotate. All right. And okay, the fact that we have an extra bone here, or this connection, this bone kind of helps to reorient the... Yeah, it gives some facilitation in reshaping that part of the mesh. So indeed this was very valuable. Let's see for the... So okay, so about that part of the mesh, it's not pulling that much, so right now it sounds feasible. I have some issues here with interpenetrations. Oh no, it's because this. Okay, so this is. Yeah, there's some. I must reassess the bond constraints because. What is this dumped tract about? Okay, it's this. It's not even seem to be working. Oh, it's disabled. Okay, so this makes that bone rolls trying to find its. I could augment this maybe after those changes. I don't provide it. Yeah, it affects how we pose it, right? Yeah, so the dumped tract affects its posing tools. That's why I cannot augment that very much. And maybe this one has the dumped tract. No. But this one is hard to pose. This one is okay, but some weird, very radical motion are happening here. I'm not sure what is happening here. The bone gets very displaced, the bendy bone also. What if we augment here this? Still, it looks like now maybe this is normal, but it looks a bit weird the way the bendy bone is behaving. And maybe the way this is being posed is just because of the shrink wrap. Yeah, this is just because of the shrink wrap, so no big deal. It's just a difference from, but it's a bit strange how floaty this thing gets. I'm afraid this could affect animation, like too little motion to have a very different expression. This can be dangerous. I'll have to investigate what causes that. I just added a bendy bone, but maybe this is something. What could be causing this thing? The continuation here is possibly are the bone constraints. Let's try to just that I haven't reassessed, so let's disable everything and see if. Okay, so yes, it was the bone constraints. So something that I haven't. So you see now it's better to, even though there's some the shape of the bendy bone is a bit bizarre, but yeah, it was something about the bone constraint, so no big deal. I have more shapeability, let's say like that, how the eyelids expressions can work, so this is very good. Even the outer side, which that do not have this thing, it has quite a lot of smoothness, so this is actually very, very nice. Sort of mission accomplished so far, but we'll have still to deal with the yes, there is something I could do here. I could close this. We can risk that. Let's make a new iteration here because this was very kind of successful. So what I can do here is just, why not? I can just connect those bones. So it will be like I delete this one, oh, it has bone constraints, which I don't even remember which they are. This can be dangerous, so instead, no, let's go back, right? No, actually I have saved, right? So hold on, let's pick that thing. Let's just not delete it, but just take it out of the way. Like, we got this thing, we change the target for this, and we gonna change this position. This bone will maybe just hide it. Then we pick this and we, yeah, let's pick this. Let's put it them somewhere like here. And then we pick this one and we snap to vertex here. Let's pick all this thing and derotate maybe. No, this is not helping. These, perhaps let's push this like this. No, maybe 6, 8. No, nothing helps here in this, in how this thing is curving. How do we solve that thing? Maybe it's just, yeah, let's push this more to the side. Maybe it's about this rotation, but then the other one gets a bit too, maybe I need then to derotate this thing, something like that. Maybe push that this way. Oh, this one, by the way, is also very badly rotated. Remember this. It's not absolutely necessary to fix this, but it doesn't sound very good. And also the roll of the bones are a bit compromised right here. This is something we could improve for more for organization. Yeah, probably here I won't get much better than this. So let's keep it like that. For the rows here, what we can try to do is just to see if we can, oh, they are looping anyway, so now I don't remember what are the best. So this is confusing because if we check the row, yeah, so it's something like we need to find in the looping system, it starts a roll in one way, it ends some other way. So that's, for example, if we start with the z-axis like oh, and these are eyelids. Yeah, I remember a lot of things are related to this thing, so I must make a choice here. This might be a bit difficult. Yeah, so there's many disadvantages for my rig. I've just destroyed some bone constraint things here for the eyelash rig, but that's okay. I can still remake that later. I've lost some references here, but let's see what we can do here. So let's keep the z-axis pointing forward, and so let's reset this. the z-axis we see there. We just need a positive roll of that value. So we keep doing this for so we keep rolling and adding positive rotation to find so that the z-axis points forwards. Yeah, it will keep growing, and quite a lot in this case. Until when the roll gets too high. Well, it's still rolling and getting positive, so now I thought it would invert. Maybe because I didn't reset. Alright, so maybe there's yeah, this is pretty confusing. I'm going to reset rolls here, whatever. We'll try to start again. Okay, then clearing the rolls here too for the bendy bones. Anyways, the bendy bones, they will roll all together, so let's just try to find out here. Okay, so you have a positive roll here. Then here we again we'll try to find a positive roll, or yeah, this, let's try to find, yeah, the closest way would be a positive roll, so let's just do that. So same thing I was doing, so positive in this case. Okay, so positive roll. Then here also, oh, by the way, here we see that the z-axis already pointing forward, so let's use this. So now it resets. Here it's nearly the same thing, and here probably here is positive roll. Okay, and then here, okay, that's it. So my mistake was that at some point I've re-rolled everything around, well, it was not necessary. The z-axis would be pointing forward. And for the B-bones, if we check their z-axis, they should be rotated more or less properly. We don't change them directly. I guess it's not necessary. Okay, so now again I have, no, the rolls might not have been affected. So what we need to see here, yes, there's a target here that needs to change. I have an extra bone here which is no more required. I think is that one, right? Yeah, this one is no more necessary, so just hide it for now. Let's see what's happening here. Some bones are located crazily for no apparent reason. Oh, their bone constraint are not activated, right? That's why. So here this target, let's change the target now to 1, I guess. So this bendy bone target 5, and this next one target 1. Okay, so does it need to reset? Yeah, I've made change, so these resets should be valuable. Here, here, and here again. Okay, nothing happened. And then we can re-enable these bone constraints here. This dumped track doesn't exist anymore, not for this new, for this target now. Alright, so let's see if this loop gives us any... What happened to the... Okay, difficulty imposing the... that one. Okay, does that outer change, making the whole loop, does it help in anything? That's the question, right? In principle, let's just give the rig more regularity. Let's see now if of course the eyelash rig are compromised at the present moment. This bone has become very hard to pose though, for some reason. It has a lot of distance. No, it's my shrink wrap aligned to normal outside. No, nothing special about this. Oh, it's easy to get it because it's hard to find its, yeah, getting some wrong orientations accidentally. Okay, that didn't seem to improve the much on that part. We'll just go back to here. So before I made that connection, yeah, but it's easier to pose. You see here, don't have too much issues. It's just, but it's more controlling. However, what I can do perhaps is I could make like a connection, some interdependence between these two bones, something like, for example, let's say if I parent this bone to, let's first, yeah, for example, let's parent offset here, and then I reset. Then whenever I pose this, the other one, if I rotate, the other also rotates. This kind of works, right? They maintain in sync, and I can still pose this manually, so this can be a good setup. Yeah, I like this. So very specific. So instead of looping, I just made some parenting system offset, and the reason I didn't use this tactic here is because the mesh here, again, I needed to have some control over the mesh, spread the wave paint from this bone to a new deformed bone here, bendy bone. And so this is why here I wanted to add this new bendy bone spline. Alright, so this is quite satisfied, a bit bizarre, I mean the idea, but it it works. So now this dumped track, I guess, is no longer required. Yeah, this probably can delete too. It's like they are looping. This copy transforms, well, this is shrink wrapping. Maybe it should keep those transforms. Let's re-enable everything. Yeah, we don't know yet if everything will work with the, how it will work with, I need to revise the, yeah, there's this thing. So usually the shrink wrap bound constraint is pose some complications. I have a copy transforms now. Maybe this is not required because we'll have to test. We'll have to. So I have some main bones here. Let's see if this doesn't. Yeah, it moves that bone. Maybe it's required, maybe it's not. Let's make the test. All right. It's just maybe it's required, but not that. Just like a little. Yeah, something like that. Okay, that sounds better. We'll have to reassess. So many of those bone constraints, they are related to that, to the main bones here and here. So one is the shrink wrap. What is causing? Is it the shrink wrap? Yes, it's the shrink wrap. So I need to find a way to avoid this excessive oscillation here. Influence 100. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that, if I have the shrink wrap, this started to happen after I completed this loop there. If when I added this new bendy bone spline, so I'm not sure. Maybe because now this bone is not, is yeah. Okay, there's another idea though. What if I separated that and had 3 bendy bones instead of just 2? Then the loop would be separated and then it wouldn't suffer from this thing. So maybe then I have this thing. Let's see what happens just if I do that. Now this still occurs in some degree. So alright, I'm going to save and I'll see if I can just like, yeah, the problem is that, okay, I've saved, right? So what I can do here are just need to oh, there's some stuff here, tangent that maybe they are, maybe these are causing some. Okay, so 00102 0203 0304 0405 0506. What about the other things? Tangent. Okay, all of this seems right. Let's see now. Now, still happening. If I push that outside, anyways, this still happens. Unfortunate, this thing has to happen. they're about to solve it. Let's see if what if I take off this and just skip the... No, still happens. Alright, so definitively is the shrink wrap bone constraint on this bone. Yeah, we don't see any problem here but it affects the posing of the eyelash. So usually we want to have the shrink wrap here, also because of this, but mostly because of the eyelash for this bone. So the solution, yeah, so this started to happen because after I've added this thing. So saved again. So what we're gonna try to do here, I'm going to duplicate this and going to snap this here, then pick this and we'll snap it here, change the parents of this, keep offset, then I will maybe let's do the same trick here, keep offset, then here we, yes, there's the rotation. Let's see the roll of this thing. Let's zero out the roll. Okay, then we need to change the, now this has some strange name. Okay, this doesn't matter, so the starting will be that one. Alright, then the roll here is already negative. Let's reset and grow positive. These things, let's start to derotate a little, so that's nice. Let's try to push this like here. Maybe this can go more there, I don't know. Yeah, we'll see. Let's keep it like that. There's some gap, and then for here, there's still the roll 31. Reset this. Where is the z-axis? Positive roll, something like that, and here reset and positive. There we go, pointing forward. All right. There's things to do about the bendy bone, so let's select these bones here. Let's just pick their bone constraints. Let's try to hide everything. Okay, after everything hidden, then let's reset these things, original length, and yeah, this is one disadvantage of working with bendy bones. This can, what's happening here? Something is clearly bad here. The position, right? Maybe I need to reset. No, some bone constraints are, oh yeah, something there. All right, let's reset. So this is one of the disadvantages of bendy bones. We have to take care about the bendy bone splines, and this can be really annoying sometimes and confusing. So here, 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 okay. But what's happening to this particular bone? It's okay, maybe it's yeah, so strange offsetting here for some reason. Don't know, this must be the shrink wrap. No, it's a combination of factors. Oh, of course, it's the parent, offset parenting, because this... Here we go. Yeah, the offset parenting is same as here. But I don't remember this happening before. The children gets because I activate the... Yeah, so this is quite dangerous. So maybe this is not a good idea after all. Let's clear those parents. We'll find another way for this thing. So def, where's the head bone? There. So we get them parented to... If it works in some way, we'll found we'll make more. I'll make more tests later, but currently, all right. So now I see they don't get displaced. Now let's see why disposing is so difficult now. It's resisting is very crazy. I cannot push it in the X very well. This is horrible. It's not about this, it's just, it's really the shrink wrap, the way it is happening to this bone. Now this one also starts suffering. Maybe something is wrong about... Let's see if that thing's... And that thing still happened. So all that was useless. Hold on, let's go back. Alright, so we have this sad thing happening because of the shrink wrap. Maybe I should avoid the shrink wrap at all. It's sad because I wasn't having... Okay, so... But at least we're not having... Now this thing goes. Okay, we get some plausible posing for many expressions. This parenting currently, for some reason, the only offset parenting of this kind is not disrupting everything. So okay, this odd setup. There's a dumped track here. No, there's not. The only dumped track is for this bone, but that's okay. Could you have a dump? Could we have a dumped track for this thing? Maybe. Let's see. I think this is a bad idea, but dumped track for that one is in the middle. It's like Alright, so it will be in this case the negative, and in an influence of halfway 0. Well, let's okay, it kinda works, but it's too violent, and maybe this helps causing some. Oh, it's on the wrong position. Oh, okay, I'm not sure this is the responsible for this disruption. Yeah, it's this is caused by other factor. Okay, so the dump tract is inactive. As it is active, it helps automation of some of the shapes. We could make for that one too. Okay, so some dump tract can work, although it will create some it's a bit bizarre, like doing this on connected bones, or bones that in some sort are part of a chain, so can be a bit complicated. Let's not do this. Okay, so it's really the only remaining thing that I would like to solve is this oscillation. I know it is called, I don't know why it started to happen, but it was apparently not something about this connection. If I go back on a previous iteration, maybe I have some clue about what could be happening. Maybe it's wave painting. Oh, I remember that the mesh got lost some of the waves, right? I have waves there. No, the mesh seems to be right, but on another hand, I have made additional mesh for this one, so maybe we could try to. Oh, I see here. So it's something about the flipping, how these bones are. Yeah. I see. Is the disruption of the bendy bone. So for some reason this wasn't happening before, at least not that way. And I know it's not something about additional segments. Maybe this rest position could be, maybe it's something about the twisting. So what I can do here, maybe I could change this thing, this roll, how it is. Let's see. Oh, I see. So there's this problem about the x-axis. Yeah. Alright, so there's probably the twisting. So instead, let's remake these things. The x-axis will be pointing forward, although in the rig I've decided that the shrink. Yeah, that's it. It's all about the rolls. So what I need to do for fixing this, I'm not using this anymore. I'm gonna use the z-axis, because these are, so it's rotating all over like 90 degrees probably. So it'll be the positive z-axis pointing forward, and so now let's pay attention to those rolls again. Okay, so this is 0 rolls. It's positive. I'll always start like that. I could do this for even, yeah, let's not touch here. Let's reset. Alright, something like that. Z pointing forward. For this one, we reset and reset here too. Then this we roll like that. It's twisting, right? So this is bad. We can roll this. I don't know if this can help anyhow. But if we did negative, no. Yeah, let's reset for everything. Alright, so let's restart that. So this goes like positive like that. We do not touch the bendy bone. We need to get, if we can, the... Okay, so if we did that all the way the other way, we eventually will have it... Okay, now it's not twisted, but I had to roll that a lot on that direction. But at least the bone is not, the bendy bone is not twisted. If we reduce, you see, it will... so it did twisted. Let's see how it... Yeah, it roll stays 0, that's fine. We see clearly it's aligned. Now here, as we keep the z-axis in front, okay, roll 0, let's keep it like that. So and it's aligned. Now here, okay, something like that, the bone here is aligned. Then finally here, this requires some positive, nearly 90 degrees. This remains fine, and this one, it's already, no, it requires some roll here, and there we go, and it's aligned, fine. Let's return here and let's again, oh, I've saved them. But this was an improvement, necessary improvement, so let's disable these bone constraints and reset. I think nothing changes here, so yeah, this one will change, this one will probably change. Alright, now let's reactivate everything here. I don't think those starting positions are correct. Something is wrong about where the bones go on the rest pose. Oh, no, this is correct. This is just because it's their... Because I changed their orientations. The viewport, the custom shapes it's not more like their translation like that should be on X. X is no more the front for them. Instead, it's the Z. There we go. Yeah. Oh, and that solved that issue. Yeah. And I have the shrink wrap on. So finally we solved that. So it was, yeah, it still happens to some degree, but it's not exaggerated. It's just good enough now. It was really that the bone was rolling a lot because of this, because here it was z-axis pointing forward, and here it was demanding that the x-axis went forward, and then it sort of went crazy because all the bones were having similar thing. And now let's see for the posing. The dumped track, it's pushing. Yeah, so now this is a bit, this dumped track thing may be a bit dangerous. Like, it's not really helping. At least not on the rest pose, it's too much. Maybe it's not relevant anymore. Yeah, sadly I like that setup, but it's not very, it will not help too much anymore. So we have enough controlling for the forms, and I think this will definitively solve the, oh, what I'm doing here, I can just pose this one sort of. We have a lot of controllers now for the eyelids mesh. I think now it's quite powerful. And nearly every, yeah, this is really good, really satisfying now. Far from, after all that suffering or efforts, we were finally able to reach this stage where the retakes of these were very, very good. Still, there is something I must develop here. Probably here we should invert, right? No? Oh, this is, it was a particularity of the x-axis of the bones. Alright, so using, okay, even better then. Because I'm using the z-axis now, the z-axis don't need to be inverted here. Alright, another unexpected improvement. A cool tip for revamp tutorial, or I don't know. Something that I didn't know at the time of the tutorial. If I use the z-axis, we could prevent some issues regarding the symmetrization, simplify stuff. Alright folks, so this solves another big, not big, yeah, relatively important step. So we added the C shape and and that helped solving the expressions of the eyelids. We outer edge ring too much pull. Okay, we also kind of solved the excessive pull of the, not totally, but now it's not, now it's looking okay here, like the, if we check on the, yeah, it's not, it's acceptable. We could improve this even more, but I think that's fine. It looks good now. So for this, I'll check it out. And so the last thing that remains for these facial expressions is, I think this will take another more live stream video, is the eyelashes. That's it. The eyelashes which are here. To clarify, they were already functional, they were working good, working well, long time ago maybe, and however, because I have made so many retakes on this model, eventually it's a delicate rig, so it got messed up, and I was trying to solve it. Then I've realized there are many other things I could improve, and then it was never since then resolved adequately. And now the time has come that I need to solve it. And what's happening here that they are really resistant to is that because I've made critical transformations to the bones orientations, now it's likely I'll have to make change in here how the transformation, this automation responds, because they relate to some axis. I have to reassign now some stuff here. The problem is that these control bones, they are no more oriented in a simple way. So what I could do is create alright, I have a better idea. So we can actually use for the target, okay, this is another problem, but let's say for this one, for example, yeah, this is a problem because the target, what I would need is something like that. Okay, now it's back to normal, but now this won't respond to some other contraption here, and so the solution for that is if I have the proxy bone that, at least for this one and the bottom one, they need this local with parent, but at least for these ones they could have a proxy bone that would give an alignment just like themselves for the target space. So that means that it could use its own z-axis or whatever, the proxy bone's orientation, and it cannot be world space because here is world space, z is up, but if the character's head is rotated anyway, then anyway that tilts that axis, then still it will work on world space. So you cannot use that. It's something that needs to be somewhat local. And so here we can solve for those ones, because you see these bones, they had different orientations. Alright, anyways, I know how to solve it, so we got more work to do on specifically on the eyelashes, so I'll call that this is enough for this live stream, for this session. I hope I can finish that on a last session, so session 6, and hope that this is useful and exciting maybe for live stream. And so thanks for watching, folks. Take care and happy blending. If you got any questions, leave a comment, whatever. Thanks and goodbye. See you next time.